joke of the podcast today. Me wearing them because you were wearing them. So
Well, it could be a joke.
he decided to wear glasses today.
Yeah.
He wanted to be Men in Black, so I said I need some.
So I wear glasses on every podcast now, just because.
That's your new thing?
That's my new thing.
You didn't tell me this.
Yeah.
I need a thing.
Well,
I'm not coming here with crazy hats.
You should
come.
It's a crazy hat. You should do that. You definitely should. You should definitely have a personality
Obtain
that's
a personality.
a visible personality.
A visible personality.
Yeah, because you have plenty of internal personality that shows. With your actions and inspirations and abilities, but
bow
like
ties.
you should have. Yeah.
How you feel about me rocking bow ties every episode with my t-shirts?
If you have that, I need you to come in with a bean pie.
With a bean pie.
You gotta have a bean pie. You
Absolutely.
Gotta be like, and you have to hold it like this, like
the entire episode.
The entire episode. And just switch hands.
I gotta. Shit. You're like, hey, you're kind of silent. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm just processing.
Processing and breathing.
Both arms hurt.
And also, I need you to sell the bean pies on the podcast. I'm keep on adding more rules.
And then wait. In the middle, we get it silent. We're like, all right, guys, and that's bean pies. I got bean pies. Anybody want bean pies? Y'all got any? Okay. Just comment below if you want a bean pie.
Hey, the NOI is about to come after us hard. Dude.
I'm sorry.
They gonna ruin us. They're like, oh, right. You think this is a joke?
They're gonna be like, I was thinking exposed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see, the brothers on the podcast wanted to come for the NOI. Well, I got something to say. What does the Honorable Minister Farrakhan say to haters? And that's as far as I'm gonna go with it.
I was waiting with bated breath. That's
as far as I'm gonna go with it. I got too much respect for the NOI.
I do too.
I can't really say nothing crazy because I got too much respect.
Yeah. But the bean pies are still kind of crazy though.
Bean pies and bow ties all day.
And I heard that was a stylistic choice. It wasn't really a teaching choice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard it was style. And I might need to do some research on that to make sure I'm not just spreading lies. But I heard, I was listening to some other stuff, and they were saying like that's a stylistic thing, and it was never like taught. It was mostly just because that was like who the leaders were. The leaders were wearing that, and it became really popular. So.
Yeah, I always wondered how they came to that, like that dress. Yeah. Because if you look at people who are Sunni Muslim, then they wear the traditional Muslim garb. So
exactly.
I always wondered like where that came from to wear the suits and the bow ties.
Yeah. Sunni and Shiite. One of them is Muhammad's brother, and I think the other one is his nephew. Okay. Or one's his son and the other one's his nephew. Or cousin, or something like that. And when he died, they split like that, and one believed one teaching and one believed the other teaching. And it's crazy how religion works that way. A lot of times, most times, it's like one religion, and then it splits into two, and then they become like enemies of each other. And it's like
well, because it's two teachings, and one person says it's supposed to be this way, it has to be this way. And the other person says it has to be this way. And I think when you look at religion. When you look at religion, any time you look at religion, like we always split it up like this way is the only way. You do anything else, you're going to hell. Yeah. Or this way is the only way. But like when you look at any type of religion, if you really study religion, you would see that it's really the teachings that come into religion are always going to be split up because there's so many people that have a different hand in the writing of these books. Every ancient book and text, it's never the original.
No, it's
so
never,
since we don't have the original, it probably is best to just be respectful of every text that comes along. Find your truth in each one and see how you're supposed to walk. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that, man. It's like I don't understand. I never understood the arguments with religion. It's like, okay, you believe something that I don't. Okay, here's the thing. Let's back it up. You believe in something that's going to take you to the Holy Land that I don't believe you're right. Okay, well, you walk your path and don't end up at the Holy Land, why do I have to go slaughter your people?
Yeah. Yeah, the punishment is that they don't end up in the Holy Land. You don't have to do anything. They gonna die and go to hell.
Yes, dude.
You ain't gotta do nothing.
You have to do literally nothing. The Most High says, you don't follow the right path. You know, even if you don't believe in like hell or like some unholy place, if the punishment is you have to stay on earth, like that's bad enough punishment.
I mean, even you gotta stay on earth, forever.
Forever.
Yeah, I probably would be upset if I went all my life and found out like, oh, this God is real. You should have been following this belief and way of life. Now you gotta stay on earth. I'm like, I'm going to be devout this life. Whatever happened, I'm changing my ways. Yes, I gotta stay on earth.
Yeah. And that's how I liked that version too, like Purgatory, where it's like you're a ghost and you're destined to haunt wherever you died for the rest of your life, or wherever you had the most traumatic experience for the rest of your life. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good hell to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I feel like torture get old. Heat. If you gotta be in heat all the time, I mean, I'll be alright. After a while, you get used to it a little bit. You're like, dang, it hurt, but I'll deal with it. It's been an eternity, so.
The one thing that got me when I was a kid, there was this one teaching that stuck with me for a long time, and it was, and they always try to scare kids. They said, what happens is when you go to hell, you get burned to ash, and then you get brought back alive to being a human again, and then you get burnt down to ash, and it's repeated for 1,000 years. And I was like, holy shit, I better not do anything wrong. That's kind of fucked up to teach somebody, a little kid, is that you just gonna
Your entire body is gonna burn. You're gonna feel all the pain of being burnt to ash. But you know what though? This is the thing about eternity. I feel like after a while, I'll be like, okay, here we go. I just got to get past that initial pain. Then I'm going to die before I turn to ash. So I'll be fine. I just got to get past that first couple minutes of burning to hell, burning to death.
Yeah.
And then, but if you told me you got to stay on earth and look at all your worst memories, I'm like.
Over and over again.
As a matter of fact, if they said you got to go back to your most embarrassing memories, the worst ones, the ones where you fucked up. And you the ones that make you feel guilty, embarrassed, you look terrible, your worst angles.
I like that. I like that punishment.
Where you look the ugliest.
That is a horrible punishment.
And every time you look at yourself, you're like, damn, I look bad.
Where you spoke out of anger and couldn't take it back. Yeah. Like everything is just horrible.
Or you trying to talk to a girl, you trying to holler, but you look like that. Just because it was bad lighting, you going to see that every time. You're like, that's so fucked up.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love
it. That's hell.
Yes.
That's hell right there.
Super hell, yeah. Oh,
what could be the worst punishment, like, for a person?
On Earth? Worst punishment on Earth? Like, involving pain or non-pain? Like,
let's say pain, and then we'll go non-pain.
Oh, pain? Ooh, I felt like the torture that you hear the CIA does, like, putting stuff under your fingernails, poking your eye, that type of stuff. Making your adrenaline, making your adrenaline speed up so that you don't pass out from pain, and so you're just consistently feeling the pain. Like, they do crazy stuff.
That's crazy.
Or at least, allegedly, they do crazy things.
Allegedly. We don't know anything about your torture methods, okay? We know nothing.
I'm not Al-Qaeda, okay? I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I think for pain, I say, if somebody gets, like, every bone in their body, like, crushed, smushed.
Yeah.
But they're still alive.
Yes.
And the part of their brain that recepts to pain is still functioning. And, like, everything is, like, crushed, smushed, mangled, broken.
Yeah.
But, like, you still alive, and then they just kind of, like, keeping you alive and shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, let me go.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I can't use my penis. Let me go. That'll be it for me.
Yeah.
It's okay, man. They chopped off my penis. I don't want to be here no more.
If you sever your spine, that's when that happens, and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. You feel nothing under the below decks. Yeah. I'm cool.
They're like, no, you'll be good. You can live life in a wheelchair. You'll be able to still smell the roses. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, like, okay, that sounded horrible. At that point, I'm just going to let me turn this. See, I should be an expert at this point now, and not have my phone have noises.
Turn off your notifications.
Yeah, now they're off. But I think one of the what I would probably do is turning on the engine in the car in the garage and just like chill out to some tunes and just let that sweet carbon monoxide just
your favorite song. Like,
yeah.
You sitting there going into look, what's his name? That dude who made Roses.
Oh, St. John.
St. John. You just turn on some St. John.
Yeah.
You kick back.
Row.
Yeah, Rose. And then you just start getting fainter and fainter because carbon monoxide is taking over your brain.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the easiest way. People be complicating the way they kill themselves.
Because they don't really want to kill themselves.
They really don't want to kill themselves.
Some people don't really want to kill themselves.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, some people really have mental health issues, and they do, but and I feel for them. But I feel like some people, they need other help, and they know they need other help, but they just don't know where else to go with it.
It's a cry for help.
Yeah, it's a cry. It's a cry for help. It's like, dang, but everybody got to deal, like, everybody had to feel so terrible inside, you know. But I guess sometimes you need a jarring awakening.
I'm just saying, like, I remember when I was, like, a teenager and I used to hear about people attempted suicide. I used to be thinking, like, I mean, if, like, I never felt this way, but if I ever felt that way, I mean, why not just pick up a nice bottle of sleeping pills and just be like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Because I'm going to be real with you. I don't want anything traumatic. Okay,
yeah,
if I ever want to go, I don't want to go traumatic.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to drown myself.
I'm not cutting my wrist.
That's like the worst thing ever.
Ever, dude.
Like, I don't want to feel all that.
Well, electrocuting yourself in the bathtub?
I'm going to be real. That's because we're not in those shoes.
That's
so
true.
I can't speak for nobody in those shoes. True. If you're going through that, please find help.
The suicide hotline, call that.
Yeah, because
Logic will tell you which one that is.
Because, bro, I don't want to feel none of that pain.
No
I'm gonna be
way.
real.
No way.
I don't want to feel none of that pain.
Like jumping off of buildings and shit like that. That's wild, dude.
Maybe it's the exhilaration, but I don't want none of that.
No,
I don't know. It's just not my personality. But then again, I'm probably just not brave enough to do nothing anyway, and that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying if push came to shove and it was like, you know, your family dies or you have to go ahead and you do what you got to do. I'm just saying, I'm chilling back to some St. John, like you said, in the car with
peaceful. Yes, I agree. It's gonna be something very peaceful.
Peaceful.
Now, like the only other thing I could say is like people who like, I don't know, if they want to shoot, they want to shoot themselves or something like that's. It's over with though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do nothing that's gonna last and stuff. And I might be alive still afterward.
You know another thing that people don't. Oh yes, living through it is ass. Like that's horrible. And another thing that people don't think about is someone has to clean you up after. Like someone has to clean you off of wherever you killed yourself at. I'm cool.
I'm like you just traumatized somebody else too.
Yeah.
You probably pushed them over the edge.
Yeah. I'd rather you just be trying to wake me up and I don't wake up. And you have no evidence of, like, any trauma whatsoever. Not you got to scrub my brains off of wherever or my body off the sidewalk. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
because to leave, like, a chore for someone else, I'm cool. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But, if, I was just about to say, well, non-painful, what's the most non-painful torture?
Non-painful torture. Is it torture if it's non-painful?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, because it's going to be painful in one way.
Tickle you to death.
No. I say like,
it tickled me, Elmo.
For a man, the worst torture you could ever have is watching your woman with somebody else.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's going to tear you up. That's going to hurt, but it's not physical pain.
And he keeps looking at you in your eyes.
Looking at me. And you tied up and you can't do nothing about it.
Oh man, I really want to go there, but the worst would be if he made her if he made her the climax.
She's sitting there looking at you like, wow,
dude.
That's torture for a man. That's the most torturous thing you could ever do.
I don't care if I make you climax every time. That one time he did.
Yeah.
It's like more torture than anything. Absolutely.
It's like women, imagine after a breakup, a couple breaks up and they get back together and they like, well, did you do anything? Mm-hmm. I feel like, okay, before I get into that, I feel like for men, it's this really toxic thing where we have to know what happened.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And like, it's like, no matter what we say, there's a part of us that's like wondering like
the details.
What happened?
Yes.
Because I need to know what happened. I don't know why, but I just need to know what happened. If you in that situation right now, you don't need to know what happened. Don't ask. You don't want to know.
He wants to know.
You don't want to know. Like,
did y'all kiss? It's like, it starts there.
Because the minute she's talking about, we did oral, you're going to die.
Oh, yes. That kills you.
You're going to die.
That kills you.
As a man, your ego, your pride, it doesn't matter. You're going to die. Because literally, when you ask that, like, you want all the details, you want her to say, it was trash. Yes. I should never. I can't believe that.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't you. Yeah, you were the best I ever had. Oh. It's not the case. There are plenty of people in this world, no matter how good you is.
Yeah.
It's just different.
It's different. There's different angles.
See, because I feel like for men, it's like one thing, like it's good or it's bad.
Yeah.
It's good or it's bad. For women, it's like, it's just different.
It was different.
A different feeling. And we can't handle that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as men, we can't handle that shit.
No.
The most torturous thing ever.
I agree with that. Wow. I didn't even think of that way. Yeah, that's actually true. I didn't even think of that as in the like group of torture, but that absolutely is like the highest in the list of the most painless torture, because you're not actually hurt physically.
Physical pain unless you hurt yourself after.
Yeah.
You might feel like doing something to yourself after hearing about it, seeing a video or something, or being there. You'll be gone. Yeah. All right, for women, non-physical pain.
Non-physical pain for women. I mean, I think we need a woman in here
when they're wrong. Them having to say they're right, that you're right repeatedly. Like, you're right. I was wrong.
The Wicked Witch of the West. I'm melting. No, yeah, absolutely. No, we about to get destroyed.
I know.
You're right. What did you say? Right. Say it again. You're right. Oh yeah. All right. Say it one more time.
Yeah. Say it one more time.
Say it one more time. Just like massage my ear as you say it.
Right.
You're right. Okay. All right. Now let's go in the kitchen. Let's go in the kitchen and do it. You're right.
You really trying to get canceled.
Just like everywhere. Everywhere in the house. All right. Let's go to the basement.
Now say you were wrong this time. Say you were wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. Whew. Oh, it felt great.
You got like microphones like just everywhere on your body.
You make a mixtape, like say it again. And it's like, I was wrong. I was wrong.
The beat I was wrong too. You were right.
I was wrong. You were right. I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah. And then you got auto-tune. I just love it when she say that she was wrong because she know that I was right.
And then you put the microphones in.
Yeah. You in the studio. You know that challenge where they got the flashing lights on them? Where they walk in the room, they put on the headphones?
Oh, yeah.
Walking like, yeah. She was wrong. I told her ass. Niggas talking, get the bag. I was right. I watched the game. Bengals won and I beat the Saint. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Wow.
That's how you do that.
You was right.
Yeah. That'll be the woman's torture right there.
Yeah.
She had to tell all her girlfriends, like, she was right.
Yeah.
She done for.
Yeah.
Finish her.
No, but realistically, what?
Realistically, what is a woman torture? I don't know. Like you said, we can't answer that. So y'all gonna have to put in the comments what is a woman's non-physical pain torture? What would be the thing that would take a woman over the edge that's non-physical? And what would be their torture?
Yeah.
All right. If God had Twitter.
If God had Twitter?
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking.
Okay, all right. If God had Twitter.
What would be some of the problems with the world that God would complain about?
First of all, God would be extremely addicted to Twitter because I feel like he's pretty bored. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like everything's set already to do what it does, and like he does some I don't know if he really even like manages the earth.
You know how God bored? Because reptiles were made. Okay, that means that a whole species was sculpted, right? It was dinosaurs, right?
Yeah. And
then got bored and was like, no more of that.
Yeah.
Destroyed them all. But it was like, but wait. Some of those were kind of cool, but only the little ones.
The little ones.
Only the little ones.
I knew you was going to say miniature.
Yeah. Only the little ones. The big ones, terrible idea. The little ones, they might be all right. Mm-hmm. Not enough to make only those. It's like, let's make some that give birth in another way. Forget the whole egg concept. I thought the egg concept was going to work. Forget it. Let's go with... How about they just have the babies? I don't know. They don't have to lay an egg. They just have them.
Yeah, except for very few animals, and they'll do eggs instead.
Yeah.
A side note. Did you know that every single dinosaur that you see in exhibits, books, any type of literature, and you see they have skin and scales and all that type of stuff, you know there's no evidence that they had any of that stuff.
Oh,
and
really?
So every single one is an illustrative depiction of what they think it might look like, but there's an absolute chance that it's nothing the way they think it is. Like, some people have hypothesized that that T-Rexes have feathers instead of scaly skin.
So wait, how do we know that they were reptiles? Just because how their bones were shaped?
Yeah, that's it. But they have no idea, like, that, you know, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, or, I mean, do they know
what if they had a piece on their arms? Like, you know how you see the bones like this and it looked like they had really short arms? Mm-hmm. What if it was like a floppy piece at the end of the Tyrannosaurus Rex arms where they have regular sized arms, but the bones stop there?
That would be that'd be wicked weird. Wicked weird.
And
flopping like meaty.
I mean, we can't say we can't rule it out.
It's kind of true.
They had like kind of like wings or something like with feathers or something at the end,
or like a peacock's like feathers in the back. Yeah. We have no idea.
Just like because that was their mating call, they just kind of
that would.
And they didn't roar at all. They said because you know that's another thing that's like. They're looking at the bone structure and saying this is what they probably sounded like because of their bone structure.
Right, but they had no voice.
So much.
Yeah. There's no vocal cords for them to analyze and be like, oh.
So they were just like,
or like, you know, I think giraffes that make no noise whatsoever. I think it's giraffes, or maybe they make noise.
So wait, so we can only think that they were carnivore because of their like teeth and stuff.
Oh yeah, I think we kind of know for a fact that they were carnivores.
What if things were different then though?
Oh, and they needed teeth for something else. Like there was some type of plant that needed teeth.
This is how they bit into caverns and stuff. They would chew away at it.
I don't know if we want to go that far. They just biting into weird shit. Like, no, I think we got that part right. I think everything that has to do with bone structure, they pretty much got right. I think like the rest of the shit. They have no idea.
Like Jurassic Park is just completely made up.
Yeah, like skin, feathers, like you said, it could be extra extremities that are just not, you know, they don't have bone structures associated to them.
None of us were there.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We can't say for sure.
They don't even know how big the penis was.
Because there's no bones.
Could be a little teeny tiny thing.
Bro, what?
And
or that's why they really
or
went
they
extinct.
Could put horses to shame. Who knows what it is?
That's how they really went extinct. It just wasn't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't gonna cut it, and it wouldn't go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The woman was just like,
Like, you got little arms, a little. Okay.
I guess if you have to
nothing.
reproduce. I do.
At the end, they just made a break for it. They was like, you know what? You see that meteor down there?
Yeah.
Come over here.
Yeah.
Take them out. You know what I think? We can go back to God had Twitter in a minute.
Okay.
But you know what I think?
Because I really like that. But
I know.
We get off track.
But I think that it's just crazy how all over the globe, men, we love sex so much.
Yeah.
But men disappoint women so much. I don't understand it. like, okay, wait. This is something that we like. I could do this every single day.
Yeah.
Day in, day out.
Yes.
And they be like,
multiple times a day.
They're like, maybe.
Yeah.
And then it happens. We be like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a lot of, I'm not gonna speak for me, okay, but a lot of these brothers out here disappoint women so much.
Like I've had real conversations with guys where I was like, dang, like she must have been salty. It was only 5 minutes, and they were like, 5 minutes. That's a long ass time.
5 minutes.
I've heard like literally guys say 5 minutes. Wow, that's a long ass time. But you know
what I heard? What I heard and I didn't like was like, well, I got mines.
Yeah, I've heard that so many times.
I was like, why is that a thing? Like, maybe it's something for our ego. Like, maybe it's like,
I think so too.
I say I got mines and that's cool. It's to protect me though.
Yeah.
It's to protect how I feel about it. Because I really don't feel too great about it. But that's all I had. So it is what it is. I got mine. But I don't know. To me, I'm like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
I feel like women were really disappointed for a lot of years.
I completely agree, and I think they still are.
Yeah,
and a lot of them are in relationships with guys because they're attracted to the guy, but like the sex part's not really like the biggest.
Yeah,
like, it's not a deal breaker because he's like a 3 minute man. But see,
women could do that. Women can do it. Be with somebody, and they'll say he's the handsomest. He could be ugly. He could have terrible sex, but like they're like emotionally attached, so they're like, I mean, cool. I mean, I'm good. I don't need nobody else. I don't see anybody else.
Yes, and I've also heard that it's the like unprotected sex that does that. Like if you like a 2 minute man and you were like you were using a condom or a little Jimmy or whatever, then
it's no connection.
Yeah, it's no connection. Done. Exactly.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
I heard that's what I heard. That it has to do with the skin on skin contact.
That's why niggas be trying to get in there raw.
Yeah.
Y'all know y'all need to be using protection and do a better job.
Yeah. In fact, it's supposed to help.
Manipulate.
It's supposed to help.
Yeah, but you last longer.
Yeah, you last longer. But it sucks though.
It sucks.
It's horrible.
Absolutely. It's terrible.
It's like
they're fucking trash.
I mean, Jesus.
I mean, God, who invented those?
Who invented them? Jesus.
I mean, STD.
Ooh, protect me.
Protect me.
I don't want itchies.
Get unwanted babies. Ooh, all that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Take this shit.
Wait. All right. So this is really fucking good. But let's get back on topic.
Okay. Yeah. If God had Twitter.
And we're not shaming any guys out there, by the way, because, hey, it happens. But go ahead.
I just want to say, you could probably do a little better.
Yeah. Sorry. One more thing piggybacking off that. I saw this thing that said, why is it that men are so attracted to many women, but women have a very, very limited small pool of men that they attracted to?
That's a good point. I think we should absolutely build on that. Yeah. So, all right. I think it is because men are very simple. The things we like are very simple.
Boobs. Ass.
Personality.
2 thumbs up. You don't bitch at me. Yay.
I mean, but hold on. Okay, if the ass is nice enough, you probably could bitch at me a little bit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You probably could bitch at me a little. That's men.
Yeah.
That's men.
That's true.
You probably could bitch at me a little bit. I got all these deal breakers, but honestly, you love me? Cool.
I mean,
I'm cool.
She kind of threw it back good.
She kind of, but that's why women just, like, I feel like with women, it's like, it's that emotional connection again.
Yeah.
They found somebody and they're like, they can have all these standards or whatever, but as soon as they get that emotional connection, they good, they set. But that's also dangerous because that's how they ended up with bums for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's
like,
true.
They I don't know why. I just can't get rid of this dude. You can't get rid of this dude because you got an emotional connection, and you got to kind of clear that up with yourself, calm yourself down, clear that emotional connection, cleanse, put your phone down for a while, don't stalk his page, nothing.
Yeah.
If you really feel like he bad for you, yeah, don't text him when you miss him at all.
That's impossible. That's impossible.
Give your friend your phone. You know your friend was a hater from the jump anyway.
I mean, niggas be doing that with each other too. They be like, bro, like she ain't texting back. Should I text another time? Like, the guys do that too. Yeah. And then they had their homies write a message for them and stuff like that.
I don't know if I ever seen that. I never ever be like, hey, bro.
What should I say?
Write a message to this girl.
You never seen a guy be like, what should I say? Oh, I've been in many situations. Like, I've been asked a couple times, but I've seen more situations where there was a guy, like, I'm in the middle of, like, getting girls. Like, I'm not a womanizer, and I'm also not, like, a simp. But I've seen, like, guys who were, like, worse than me at getting girls, asking a guy who's better than me at getting girls how to talk to her. Yeah, I've been in a lot of situations where I bear witness to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think women ain't they like tall dudes with tattoos. That's the ideal thing that they got in their head.
Yeah.
And he's a gangster, but he's about his business and he's not in the streets.
But what we want a girl with big, unrealistic ass titties with a butt that looks like that it should be a BBL, but it's not. It's
honestly,
natural,
bro,
and it moves like a water
honestly,
bed.
Bro, most of these dudes out here just want a butt.
Yeah.
Some titties.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't really. Now, if they could get one of them big name stars with the fake titties and the big booty, they would. However, they also will take anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same because the minute the women look for that dude that's tall, with a beard, with tattoos, and he's educated but hood. He's smart but he's dumb. He's very outgoing, but he's also doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
He's shy, but he's the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? This is what women want.
Yeah.
From a man.
That's true.
And when they don't find that, they be like, "This dude is cool."
Yeah.
Get that emotional attachment, they good.
Boom. Yeah.
That was an interesting point, though.
Oh, okay.
Because we are very different. Very different with attraction.
All right. So, as promised, we're back to it, y'all. Yeah, like, when are they going to talk about God and having Twitter? Yeah, like, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. But, all right. If God had Twitter, think about the problems of the world.
Okay.
Oh, we should do this. Think about, put a situation out there and what God got to say about this situation.
Okay.
If God was tweeting about this situation. Ja Murant.
Is that the basketball player?
Yes.
Oh, my God, dude. I really, really want to put that Instagram video I sent you.
Yes.
Yes,
you absolutely should.
I should just put it in there, like, in the middle, just, like... I don't know. Are we allowed to do that? Just put, like, Instagram videos in the middle, like, just show it?
I don't know.
I mean, they don't own it, do they?
We'll look it up before we drop it.
Okay.
All right. So Ja Murant, right?
If I can't do it, please look up the Ja Murant video parody. Go ahead.
I gotta find his name. You know what we'll do if we can't? We'll put the content creator his at, so you can find his at in his video because it's funny.
It's funny.
If you don't know what's going on, let me catch you up.
Please do, because you know it better than I do.
A couple months ago, Ja Murant of the Memphis Grizzlies was at a club, was on live on his phone. He was turned up, having him a good old time. Pulled out his Glock, and he said, "Yo, you know we got these big boys in here." He didn't say that, but I'm just kind of, that's what he was feeling. He was on live. Hold on, let me act it out. He was on live. He was like, "Yo, you know we got these big boys in here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Say something else. Say something else. All my ops talking." First off, he an NBA player. I don't think he got no ops, but he had that gun, right? It went viral on social media, and he got suspended. The Grizzlies suspended him for weeks. I mean, it wasn't a small suspension. It wasn't like one game. It was multiple games. He got suspended for having this gun. There was a lot of like different things to say because on one hand, having a gun and owning a gun isn't illegal, and it's not unusual for a black man to have a gun, right? Because we live in America, right? On the other hand, though, you are on live. You are in a club. You're not supposed to have a gun in a club, number one. But you are on live and you are influencing the next generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you aren't in those streets, right? So since you aren't in those streets, but you are putting out there that, I'm a gangster, I got a gun, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hood nigga. You portraying yourself as something that you're not. Well, you are influencing the next generation to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's a lot of balanced stuff. We know that he was targeted having a gun because he's a young black man. You know, if there was a basketball player or a football player or a golf player that posted a picture with a gun because he was hunting, that would have been a different story. Even though it's the same situation.
Yeah.
Right? It would have been a different story. He's portrayed as a thug because he's young and black. Right?
Well, I don't really want to use the racial card on this one because I feel like if you were any race and you had a pistol and you were waving it in a camera, it's not really becoming of you. Like, I don't think you're like white people. They use rifles. You don't really see white people grabbing like pistols and waving them, and you don't see Asians grabbing them.
Maybe
and
not waving them, right?
In the
but like
camera.
there are plenty of people of other races, and I say especially white people who own a plethora of guns. They show their guns off on their Instagram feed. Now, they may show them shooting them at the range instead of waving them in the camera. But again, it's a cultural thing. So if you look at rap, that's what we see. As young black men, that's what you see in rap, is you see people waving their guns, and it makes you want to do it.
But would you say that's ignorant, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
ignorant.
That's why I think it's like...
But that's why I'm bringing both points to the table, right? Because my first thing that I said was that, yes, you are not a thug, and you are portraying yourself as so, and the next generation, they're watching you, and guess what? Now they think it's okay to do exactly what you did. Yep. They have guns and get guns from who knows where and be pointing them at the camera, except for what? They can actually get killed.
Yep.
They can actually be out in those streets. They think you live in that street life. They go live it, and guess what? It doesn't turn out good for them. So you absolutely have a responsibility anytime you are portraying yourself online, whether you famous or not. Anything I put out, I have to be mindful of what I'm putting out because I don't know who's going to see it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a responsibility everybody got.
And if he had the guns out on the counter and was like, oh, I have this gun or that gun, that gun or whatever, and was explaining the different types of guns that he has, like an unboxing video or something like that, it would be a lot different than him waving it in the camera and basically threatening other humans. Like, regardless if you have enemies or whatever, which I highly doubt, like you said, I highly doubt he has actual enemies. He might have haters, but actual enemies, I doubt it.
Which I even question that, because like if you got ops, why are you showing them what you got? I don't want my ops to know what I got. I want you to show up and find out.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't nothing I want to show you. You know what I'm saying? Then they're like, you know what? We going to prepare for what he got. You know what I'm saying? We're going to prepare for what he got. Let me finish telling the situation.
But go ahead, yeah.
So he gets suspended, and he does his time. He releases a statement. He goes, I'm committed to bettering myself, and I need to do better. I'm gonna work on myself and how I portray myself in public. He goes on. I think he might have even had to go through some training,
anger management or something.
Yeah, something to sit down with. Man, while I look on my Instagram like 2 days ago, like I guess it was a week now, but like I look on my Instagram and they talking about Murant suspended for having a gun. I'm like, why are they posting this again? Like, this is old. Like, he been past that. No, dude did it again. Another video, brand new. He's in somebody's car with his homie, and he decided, we on live, bro. I need to put a blicky. What?
Yeah.
You pulled the blicky on live again? He should have saw the phone and said, let me chill out. I don't want no parts.
No. What do you think was going on through his mind? Because I have a hypothesis, and it's based off of absolutely no evidence.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, disclaimer, right? Zero evidence. But I have a hypothesis that what do you call it? What do you call it when you can't play for a while? Was it suspension?
Suspension.
Thank you. That suspension that he was on was not a real suspension. I feel like it was like for a show, and like they were like, all right, you on suspension, but we still need you to come in and practice, and we still need you to
Well, he definitely did not play at the games, and that's what matters to them.
Yeah,
like,
that's
do
true.
you play at the game?
That's true.
Like, he probably was still at practice or whatever, but like, you don't play on the games. That's literally your stage.
Yeah, but do you
if
get
I'm a
fined?
rapper, and I could be in the studio all I want to, but I can't release any songs and I can't perform. Like, that's big for me.
What about what like?
I don't know if he got fined.
That's what I'm like. If he still kept getting
so I get it that like he faced backlash, but it's the internet. You could turn that off. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't play at the game, but what if he don't care?
Yeah.
So one thing I was thinking, like, well, maybe he is done with the NBA. Maybe he don't really like it or something, and like, he like trying to get out of his contract.
He's trying to rap like Shaq.
Yeah. He like, I'd rather be a rapper. I'm done with this stuff. I want to be out. I don't want to play in the NBA. Or he don't like his coach. He don't like something about that. He want them to kick him off the team. Maybe. But he posted another video with him with a gun, got suspended again, and then released a statement. And the statement, I saw a video by Shannon Sharp, and he was talking about it. And he said, AI wrote that.
He said what?
He said AI had to have wrote that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
This is a statement that has been released before. Like, verbatim, word for word. That's not how he talked.
Oh, wow. And it was on Instagram, you said?
Yeah, let me see if I can find the statement.
That's interesting.
I would really like to read you all the statement because it was interesting. Because it was interesting, to say the least. Ooh, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like why consistently make an ass of yourself in public for like seemingly no reason. You're already making millions upon millions of dollars, money that people just dream about. Like, you're not making like $200 or $3 million. You're making probably 50 plus. I don't know what his contract looks like, but it's probably 50 or 100 or 200 million dollars. It could be 300 million dollars. Who knows?
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money. And it's usually, it's usually spanned out over a certain amount of years. But still, even if you talk about Uncle Sam digging in your pockets and you get 50% of that, that's still a lot of money. If you get $25 million out of a $50 million contract, that's a lot of money. That's money that could be, fed into our communities and could help a lot of people. But you're one person getting all of that. And I'm not saying that, we should start like cutting the funds of NBA players or any other sports players. Although I do feel like some money should go back into schools and stuff like that.
I was just about to say, maybe teachers need to be paid more.
I absolutely
for sure, teachers need to be paid more.
Yeah.
But I get it.
But it's just like, I know we have millionaires and billionaires all over the place who owns companies, and they're not forced to do the same thing. But it just feels like it kind of feels a little dirty.
I wouldn't even come for the entertainment industry first.
Yeah.
Or like sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you said, there are people who make billions.
Yes.
Who sell oil, who sell, you know what I'm saying, pharmaceuticals. You know what I'm saying? Those companies, nobody ever holds them to any standard.
No.
And we don't really want to talk about it because we don't really want to come up missing. So
exactly. And on top of that, they can literally just relocate themselves to another country and still sell to America and still be making the same amount of money. So it's like you really can't do anything about it. If you try to force them to pay more money towards whatever, or force them to allocate funds in a certain direction, they can literally just move.
Yeah, to another country.
To another country. And, like, we don't want that. Like, America wants their billionaires and billionaires to be on American soil, which is fair because other countries want the same thing.
Right.
But
I cannot find a statement.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. What do you want me to type in?
Ja Morant statement, public statement, or something like that. Because I think it would be really good to read. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, no, that was just somebody saying guns are not illegal. If he turned in his car with his gun that's in his name in his yard and somebody recorded him, that ain't on him. Block Boy JB said that.
Oh, okay. Is it this right here? I know I've disappointed a lot of people
Yes,
who have
read
supported
that. Hold
me.
on.
Okay.
Start over.
Let me see if I can find the whole thing.
That's it. No, that's
Is that the whole thing right
That's
there?
it.
Oh, I know I've disappointed a lot of people who have supported me. This is a journey, and I recognize there's more work to do. My words may not mean much right now, but I take full accountability for my actions. I'm committed to continuing to work for myself. I'm committed to continuing to work on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Serious.
No, that's it.
Okay.
This is just.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, this is everybody else.
Okay.
So basically, he was like, so he went to, he had to go to like a type of counseling right before.
Okay.
The first time. Then it was like, cool, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But then he just ended up with another gun, and he said, I know my word doesn't mean a lot right now. Blah 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 blah. And I just feel like, yeah, like I feel like, yeah, your PR team wrote that, and that's cool. But like, if that's not really you, I feel like he would be better off if he stood on it. And maybe he can't for money reasons. But like, if he was like, y'all don't know what it means, what it feels like to be a young black man in Memphis.
Yeah.
Because Memphis is a really rough city. If he was like, y'all don't know what it feels like to be a young black man in Memphis, to feel like you gotta protect yourself, or, you know what I'm saying? If he really came out and said something profound with it, like, that would probably make more sense. But maybe he don't have the words, or maybe, you know, for whatever reason.
Maybe he was almost shocked going back to his hometown. Like a lot of black,
Yeah, I can see somebody trying to rob him or something.
Successful men usually go back to their home cities and they try to do something positive a lot of times, or they might just be trying to catch up with friends, families, whatever, and then someone doesn't like them.
And when it comes to guns, right?
Yeah,
there is absolutely something with young black men where, like, sometimes when I leave the house and I go for a walk around my neighborhood, I absolutely feel like I need to bring my gun. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like, it's just a thing where...
It is a thing.
It's a thing I was talking about on that song. It's like people pull your card. Like, they want to see if you tough or not. So they going to mess with you to see if you tough or not, right? Well, I have a family. I can't sit there and play around with somebody on if I'm tough or not. I can't really afford to get shot or fight or lose my life. I can't do that. Like, I got somebody to take care of. I got people waiting on me to get home. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I do feel like I need to have my gun, and like, it's not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to feel like that. That's a fight or flight reaction.
But you do realize, and I know you do, that it's not just black folks. White folks feel the same way when they leave the house. They think that when they go to the grocery store, they go to the gas station, that there's at any moment there could be some assailant that's trying to rob or kill or whatever, and they have to be ready to like pull immediately. And that they don't even need to have time to rack it one in the chamber. They want to have it already cocked, already ready. So all they do is pull it.
Well, we've seen that, though. Yeah, like, because there's been multiple instances of people who are not police officers who have shot and killed black people.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is that, you know, those that are not trained and don't have a level head to assess situations can automatically say this is a thug or this is somebody who is suspicious and they need to be dealt with or handled. You know, that's where it gets a little foggy, like, how do you know when to shoot and when to just watch and observe or get out of a situation? I always say my first thing is going to try to be to get out of the situation. The minute that I see that you are a threat to me or my family, that's when I have to act. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've seen countless videos of, like, white people who were robbing a place and another white person had a gun. And they were like, hold up, you're not about to rob this establishment.
Seen that too.
So it's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in the world, and I mean I said it on my song. It's like I only carry because the world getting scary, and that's literally what it is. Because you just never know where somebody's at. You never know where someone's mind is or what's going to happen where. But the thing is that the difference between what we do and we're not big personalities. We're not basketball players. We're not known as well as a basketball player on the Grizzlies, obviously, but the difference is that we all have social media, every last one of us. And you don't see us going on social media and saying, hey, look what I have, world. Like, I mean, it just, you know what I mean? And we've all been in situations where we had to fight somebody or whatever, but you don't go home after that and be like, my ops, it's like, and I'm not trying to like shun people or whatever, or tell, you know, or I'm not trying to shun the young man or whatever, because I mean, young people do dumb shit. I don't know how old he really is. Do you know how old he is?
But I will say, I blame the culture.
23.
Right? 23?
He's
bro,
23, so his brain's not even like fully developed yet.
Yeah,
like, I think what the brain finishes developing it like, and you're much more mature than most 23-year-olds. But like, I think it takes like till 25 until your brain's fully developed. What I will say is
I blame the culture though. Yeah. Like I was raised outside of the culture of the hood. I was raised in the hood, but not of the hood. I always say that. Like I'm not. Yeah, I was raised in the neighborhood, but I wasn't somebody who was out there every day in front of the gas station. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the culture of it is when you out there, all of your peers are looking at the music videos, looking at the person wearing the newest sneakers that got the newest iPhone is the person that is rapping about a certain lifestyle. Yeah. Right? They all want to, they're like, academically, I'm not going to be a doctor, right? Because we know the school system has a lot of flaws, right? It's failed us, exactly. Yeah. Right? So I'm not going to make it academically. If I'm not into sports or I can't rap, guess what? What's left for me? Work at McDonald's?
Absolutely
Hell no.
Not. Yeah.
No. So what is it? The highest person in the hierarchy of my hood, the person that hang out at the gas station, with he got all the women, he got money, he got a nice car with a nice engine. Guess what? He sell dope, or he's living this lifestyle that I want to live. Yeah, that's what the person in an environment you seek to be the highest level of the person that's in your same environment.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like we're taught to look in our environment for what we want to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas in other people's environments, they live around doctors and lawyers and people who make a lot of money, people who own companies, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, well, I want to be that. Well, everybody who grows up in my neighborhood, they go to college and they move away and go become successful. Well, but in our neighborhoods, they don't leave.
The only thing is that John Murant is now the big homie. He's leaped all of those frustrations where, like, yes, that might be ingrained in his mind or whatever, as far as like, okay, I used to be on that shit. But it's the same with the rappers that grew up in that where they were see killings and stuff all the time, and then you become a very successful rapper like 21 Savage or something like that, and or Lil Baby or Da Baby, and then or Nas or Jay-Z. And now you're in the public eye, and you can't just be out there shooting niggas. You can't be out there just doing drug deals in broad daylight. You can't be doing none of that type of stuff, or even at nighttime anymore. You can't do none of that stuff because now your revenue is coming from a different avenue. And so for you to mess up your own money and to mess up, you're not only messing up your own money, you're messing up your family's money. You're messing up your family's image. And you're also just showing like a bad representation of our culture. It's like, oh, you guys can't even escape that nigga shit, and it, unfortunately, it's considered nigga shit. You can't even escape that when you're successful. Like, so now, why would we trust a motherfucker that's just walking on the street when I can't even trust you, and you're a multimillionaire basketball player who have literally no reason to be beefing with nobody because you can move your entire everyone you know out of wherever you was at.
You can get to a safe location. Whereas when you in the hood, you live there and you have no other money to get anywhere else. Yeah, you stuck there. So you might as well fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I think I never take the responsibility away. So whenever I talk about a situation, I just want to give an outlook on the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what? It's some of the people who are around us or some of the people, let's say other races or other people might look at the situation and say, you know, if we just talk about that the responsibility they hold in it, and they could get a picture of, well, you just made a decision. Yeah. Well, it's not that they just made a decision. Right. Yes, they are responsible, and they got to go with any consequences that come with it, but understand the full picture of why we are the way we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a full picture. There is a line, a 500-year line of why we are fucked up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Until you understand why we are fucked up, you can't speak on why we do the things we do. Now, I can speak on why we do things that we do, and I can hold I can hold a peer of mine responsible for it.
Yes, especially somebody your own age.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can hold you responsible. Yeah. Like, okay, but come on now. Now, you know that was some dumb shit. Yeah. Now, I understand why you did. You know what I'm saying? I understand the backstory of it, but let's be honest. That was some dumb shit. Like, come on now. Again?
Yeah, again.
Like, I can't imagine being his homie and letting him do some shit like that.
It's like, okay, you made a mistake the first time, absolutely. And it's like, yeah, I wish you would do better, but maybe you'll learn from this. And then you be like, nah, I didn't learn from shit, dog. What you mean, bro? Fucking learn what, dog? Learn, nigga. Use this, I dribble.
The fuck, nigga? I'm in the hood, nigga. We don't learn shit in the hood.
But because, like, we get so offended when white people, when some white anchors have said stuff like shut up and dribble. Like, it's like we can hold two ideas and it's like we can hold two ideas in our mind at the same time. We can be intellectual and be good at a sport. And it's like I kind of want this young man to also hold some type of intellectual qualities while he's good at
Let's put that stuff in the forefront. But to counteract that, I will say is that when we are intellectual, they don't put that at the front. That's not news.
True. That's true.
Guess what's news? Oh, a young man is a thug again.
That's true.
That's news.
You're
so
right.
It's like we gotta start holding up the stuff that shows us doing intellectual or things deeper than just rapping and playing basketball and being a thug. You know what I'm saying? We got to start putting that stuff up because we're doing real stuff. There are plenty of cases where we're doing things that are monumental. You know what I'm saying? But some of us, and we know the media is not on our side when it comes to this, or maybe they may be coming around to it now, but in the past they have definitely not been on our side as far as showing the monumental changes that we are making and the things that we are doing to help shape society. They only focus on the part of them, the negatives, the thugs. And I keep referring to this song, but this is exactly what I was talking about. When that song that I sent you, like literally,
no, true.
That the violence, they want me violent.
Yep.
Just to sell my songs, but the minute I'm angry, then they want me hung. That's how it goes. But it's saying that whenever I'm violent, they love Tupac. You know what I'm saying? He was violent. He was energetic. He was a thug. They could sell that. They could put him in movies. They could put him in shows. They can sell his records. They can make hella money off of it. But the minute, you know what I'm saying, that he says fuck the police, well, now he's a threat. You know what I'm saying? No, you told him to be that person.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You show him that he can't trust the police. You know what I'm saying? You show him that, oh, well, you a thug. Well, now beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like break the law, but also love the police. What?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. You glorify me being a thug. You glorify me breaking the law. You glorified it when I was a bad boy, but when I'm a bad boy, then now there's repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't glorify it. Don't make that something to where you make billions of dollars off of, and don't put it back in the black community. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna, J. Cole just said this new rule: if you ain't talk about a rapper when he was alive, don't you not allowed to post him. Like, he's talking about these ad companies and media companies.
Yes.
If you ain't talk about him while he was alive, you're not allowed to post him after he dead.
So true, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just making money off of it, and you never was there to help build it up when it was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
true.
That's a big problem, man. And I think that's what, when we look at all these instances with John Murant, it's always double-sided to me. Like, I'll never have one set opinion. I feel conflicted because, like, I feel for my peers. I feel for people around my age or people who's falling for the traps that they lay out for us. But also, you know, I got to hold you accountable.
And everybody has trials and tribulations, and they have hard decisions to make and forks in the road. And it's just like, you know, you're not the only human being who's went through something difficult and had to saw a trap and had to figure out how to evade it. And it's like he just decided that evading that trap wasn't on his radar. It wasn't really a necessity. And I just wish he would have, I don't know, you know.
Yep. Well, that's gonna be something we work on in the future.
But how does God respond to this? And
bro, is he tweeting? You know what I was gonna do? At the end, I was gonna be like, and then we never did go back to if God had a Twitter.
No, because I liked it.
I know, but honestly, I actually got something else I wanted to say too.
Okay, go ahead.
But because we're almost at time, but I thought that this was very interesting. Okay. I wanted to bring it up today. It's not gonna take long.
Okay.
But Elon Musk said in an interview, he said that it is immoral.
Yes.
For people to work from home. And I was just like looking like, what?
Because our farmers are have to leave their house because the people who make your cars have to leave to go to work to do their job. Mm-hmm. So
I'm like, bruh, that's because everybody needs a job.
Yes.
If somebody is gonna DoorDash because they need a job, they are getting money in their pocket. They're fine.
You know what? If we're going to try to make everything even, because this is a big thing. Like Thomas, have you ever watched or listened to Thomas Sowell? Mm-mm. He's a PhD, and he studied black relations and just demographics of people as a whole in the society, the social ladder and the social economic ladder and racial ladder, the differences between us and how we grow and lift each other up, and how there's the inequalities and stuff like that. And so what he said was to try to force every human being to be even. You either do this, you either stagnate the people who are growing faster so that the people who are growing slower can catch up, or you have to take away from the people who are growing faster. It's either you take away from them or you bring up the other person. So like,
but they're not gonna be ready. To be brought up. Like, imagine if you gave everybody in the world $1 million. Well, guess what? Most of those people are gonna just pour it straight back to the people who are rich.
Yes,
they're gonna give it straight back to those rich people.
Absolutely.
And they're not gonna invest it. They're not gonna turn it into nothing. So I agree.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to Elon Musk, I'm like, we're talking about morality. Yeah. And you're saying people who work from home are immoral.
Yeah.
Well, I think you having a couple $1 billion while some people have none.
Well, that's what I was going to say, but like I was going to start on a smaller scale. I was going to say, so let's start with this. What about people who have to travel an hour to work versus people who live 5 minutes from work?
Right. Are they immoral? Yes.
Do we want to equal that out too?
Yes.
Like, how far are we going to go?
Yeah.
Like, oh, so you have to travel an hour to work every day. You travel 5 minutes to work every day. So what we're going to do, we're going to split the difference. We're going to make sure both of you travel 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Now this person who worked 5 minutes is pissed.
I was saving my gas. I was chilling.
And then here's another thing. I know many people who love leaving the house.
Me too.
They do not want to stay home with their families.
Exactly. I've known many people who are like that too. At my job.
I'm not that guy. Yes.
Yeah.
When I worked at my last job, it was so many people who was ready to go into the office. And I'm like, I want to stay home. But I mean, like, I want to say half the company wanted to go back to the office. And that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Wanted to go back to the office. It's not immoral at all. Some people, I'm not going to say it's a situation for everybody, but if some people wanted to be home, they would be. You know? And some of the people who work from home who want to be out, they will. They can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the situation that you're in is the situation you're in. You know what I'm saying? And if you can work from home and you would love to work from home, do it. Look for it. You know, and if you out there door dashing or you have to leave the house, you got to drive that hour commute. You know what I'm saying? And you just putting in that time for right now. I hope you get to what you're looking for, because you're going to get to that job where you can sit down.
Yeah. And let's keep on. I mean, let's even everybody out. I work on a computer. You work on a computer. But then there's people who work with their hands. Yeah. Right. And they're at risk from injury every day. Let's even these people out too. Yeah. So we let's even out every fucking body.
That's like, not. You can't exactly. You can't do that.
You know what I mean?
We're never ever gonna be fully even. Even as much mess as I talk about people who like have billions of dollars, like
They built something.
Right? Or they were handed something, right? Or they were handed something. But we couldn't be even. Right? It couldn't be like everybody was rich.
Nope.
That wouldn't happen. So what an even world would look like is that there are no rich people. And everybody is middle. Now, if everybody was middle, some people are going to end up poor again.
Yes.
Some people are going to take their middle and they're going to make it into something and they're going to be rich.
Yep. There's always going to be someone who knows how to game the system or has something more appealing. And what it is there's always smarter people out there who find something that makes your life easier. Mm-hmm. And because you find something, because they have something
you want your life to be easier,
because
so you're going to buy it from them.
You're going to buy it from them. And then you're going to tell somebody else that, oh, did you know that Paul was making something that made your life easier? Yeah. Bill, do you want to buy it too? I'm just saying, like, it made my life easier. The dishwasher. Right. Oh, he made the dishwasher. So then you have millions of Americans buying dishwashers, and then the guy who made the dishwashers now a millionaire billionaire. And it's like, that's unfair. Why are you a million billionaire?
Yeah.
Because I made the fucking dishwasher. That's why I'm a millionaire.
Now, I will say this. I'm going to add, I know I always bring it back to race, but I do want to say this, is that there is a large number of people who are rich, who are rich because of slave labor.
Oh, 1,000%.
So, I mean, if
you're
rich because of slave labor, I don't count you. You're still immoral.
Yeah.
You need to put in some work, and you need to do some donations. You need to pay some reparation.
All of J.P. Morgan's kids are rich. That railroad money started from slavery money.
And you know they were locking people up like chain gang.
Yes.
Because just for small stuff. Just because they wanted for work.
You stole a candy bar?
Yeah.
Chain gang.
Chain gang. Chain gang.
For 20 years. He's like, what?
Did you just whistle at a white girl?
50 years
chain
in the chain gang.
Yeah. It was like, don't lynch everybody.
They were
send them to the chain gang.
And back then, they didn't even give you sentences. They said, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when you're free.
And there's never. You never.
No.
Basically.
No, basically when you broken and you're not useful anymore.
Did you see that new Will Smith movie? It was about
you talking about the one where Chris Rock said Chris Rock said that he watched it to watch Will Smith get whipped.
Okay. You know what? Yes, it's that movie. Okay. However, Chris Rock, you know you wrong, boy.
He was so wrong.
You know you wrong,
that
boy.
Was such a
there's
good joke.
Comedy, and then that's fucked up. Fucked up. Did I chuckle? I chuckled.
I did chuckle.
However, you was fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, is it worse than like Dave Chappelle with the blind guy who thought he was in the Ku Klux Klan and he was like,
he was black. Bruh, I feel like Dave Chappelle walks that line just perfectly.
He does.
Chris Rock takes it too far.
He took it a little too far.
Absolutely takes it too far. Yes, he went past the line.
All right, so tell me what was the part about the movie that you saw?
Okay, so in the movie, what I was about to say is they basically talked about that, how they sent prisoners. Slavery was over, but they sent prisoners to work in the swamps of Mississippi. And the slaves overheard how they was the white people being told that slavery was over and they had to let everybody go.
Okay.
And they was going to just not say nothing. They was like, you know what? Keep them working. We is in the swamps of Mississippi. Ain't nobody ever gonna know. And that's what sparked their revolt.
Yeah.
So just little stuff like that. I'm sure stuff like that, we know, it's documented, where stuff like that happened, where they was just keeping that free labor going. They was finding out new ways to get free labor. They was locking people up because we know that the minute you get locked up, your rights are gone.
Yeah.
So to this day, they do be having inmates do labor for free. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's still going.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, all license plates are made from prisoners.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
all license plates?
I think all license plates come from prisons, like
we'll
penitentiaries.
That, but I believe you.
Yeah, I'll put a little asterisk at the bottom and be like, I was wrong, or I was right.
Yeah. Well, another good podcast.
Yes,
you know what
absolutely.
It is.
You know what it is.
Podcast.
Yeah.
They never went back to if God had Twitter.
Hey, and you'll never know.
Hey. But, however, you can comment below if you want to tell us what God would type about if God had Twitter. Let us know.
And what phone would he use?
An iPhone.
iPhones? No, because then that's classist. That's very classist. I think he would use a Samsung. That's available everywhere.
Yeah, just to kind of like be on the even field as the people.
Yeah, something that anyone can afford. You know.
I don't want to step on too many toes.
Yeah,
it's like Obama.
Yeah.
You think Obama got an iPhone or an Android?
Absolutely has an iPhone. Yeah, he has an iPhone.
He got too much style.
Yeah. No, I think his daughters would not allow him to not have an iPhone.
Yeah,
like they would be like, "Ew, Dad! Like, why are you showing up whatever color?
What are you doing?
What was the color? Green or something? Like, why are you showing up green? Ugh. Ugh. He's like, I had an Android.
Sasha and Malia. They told me I had to switch. They were tired of the green bubble.
Tired of the green bubble.
They told me that every time I reacted to something or they reacted to something, I don't know, somebody was reacting.
The whole paragraph?
The whole paragraph, and it popped up as a text. I don't know. I didn't have any control over it. I tried to take it to my security, and they didn't know. So Sasha and Malia, they threw my Android out, and they made me get an iPhone. How was my impression?
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually.
That's pretty good? Yeah. I've been listening to a little Obama.
And then you got Trump. Trump, he's like, I've heard about this. Airdrop. They're airdropping everywhere.
He absolutely has an iPhone because he be tweeting his ass off on that iPhone.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, and he be the one airdropping his little pee-pee pictures to everybody. I feel like Trump is that type of person where he'll sit there and airdrop and be looking at everybody on the plane. Everybody's phone's going bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
Did you get my picture?
It's the greatest penis ever. Some say they've never seen one larger. Some say they've never seen a greater penis.
That's why you got a lawsuit right now. Okay? On that note.
All right, you guys. Thank you for joining the podcast. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See you next time.
Follow me.
Peace.
I only did it once this time.
Oh, you good. You good. It's at the end of every episode. I love it. I love it. They laugh and everything. It was perfect.
I think my wife is calling anyway. I got to act like I'm in a car.
Okay. Vroom. Just be like the worst car sound ever.
Do the sound in the background. Hold on. Did you hear the window in the background? I'm in a car.
I'm at the punch.
Here I come. Yeah, we done. We just wrapped up. All right, peace.
Don't make y'all goodbye no 40 minutes long.
Follow me.